Merge Tactics is getting its biggest update yet, introducing monthly seasonal content, new rulers, fresh troops, trades, modifiers and more. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming update breakdowns, and don't forget to use my creator code DRYES to support this content. From now on, Merge Tactics will follow a seasonal structure. This means that every month, exactly 1 week before the Clash Royale season ends, your Starsteels, essentially your trophies, will reset and brand new content will be added to the game. The first new season starts tomorrow and brings a powerful new ruler, the Goblin Queen. She was actually considered so strong in early testing that Supercell nerfed her before release. Her ability allows her to turn defeated enemy troops into goblins with a 40% chance. When the ability triggers, there is a 50% chance to spawn a 2 Elixir Goblin, a 35% chance to spawn a Dart Goblin and a 15% chance to spawn a Goblin Machine. Another new ruler, Elixir Loong, will arrive with the November season. His ability, the Endless Spring, gives +1 elixir every turn and also increases your team size by 1 for each round, opening up completely new strategies. Balance changes are also coming. Royal King will now have 12 HP instead of 10, the Spirit Empress will not be available for the next season, and Bomber is leaving the card pool. New troops! This update is also adding 7 brand new troops to Merge Tactics, and each one of them has unique traits, abilities and elixir costs that will completely change how battles play out. Skeleton Dragon is a 2 elixir troop with the traits Undead and Ranger. He's fragile but tricky to deal with because after dealing a certain number of hits, he splits into an additional dragon. Depending on his merge level, he only needs 5, 4, 3 or as few as 2 hits before splitting, making them stronger the more they split. Wizard is another 2 elixir troop, carrying the traits Fire and Mage. He deals powerful splash damage from long range, making him perfect for clearing swarms and controlling the board from the backline. More about the new traits later on. Electro Giant is a 3 elixir tank with the traits Electric and Avenger. He creates an electric field around himself that damages all nearby enemies every second, while he's also stunning them, which makes him one of the most disruptive frontline troops in the game. Musketeer costs 3 elixir and comes with the traits Noble and Blaster. She can push back up to 3 enemy units at once, and the number of hits she needs to charge the ability again decreases the higher her merge level is, going from 4 hits all the way down to 1 single hit at max level. Baby Dragon is the first new 4 elixir troop with the traits Fire and Blaster. He is a tanky splash attacker and applies consistent pressure and can anchor your backline even without relying to the fire trait synergies. Electro Wizard also costs 4 elixir and features the traits Electric and Mage. He's a multi-target attacker who can stun multiple enemies at once, with his ability cooldown getting faster and faster as you merge him, from 5 seconds at base level down to 2 seconds at the highest level, and his stun affecting between 4 and 10 targets depending on his level. And finally, Witch is a 4 elixir troop with the traits Undead and Avenger. She summons skeletons every few seconds, each with 50% of her max health and max damage. And at higher merge levels, she can summon up to 4 skeletons at a time, making her a strong option for swarm strategies. New traits! Alongside the new troops, this update is also introducing 4 brand new traits, which will add even more depth into build strategy. Blaster is technically just a rework of the old thrower trait, but now it can be activated with either 2 or 4 units on the board. Spear Goblins, Musketeer, Executioner and Baby Dragon all have this trait. When the Blaster trait is active, you gain a significant damage boost, 10% extra damage for every additional hex when 2 units are activated, and up to 20% more damage when all 4 are on the field. Electric is the new trait for Electro Wizard and Electro Giant, and it's one of the most impactful changes in this update. Once the Electric trait is active, lightning strikes can hit every enemy troop every 10 seconds, dealing 50% of their maximum HP as damage. If an enemy is stunned when the strike occurs, it will be hit 3 times instead, for a devastating 45% max HP damage in a single cycle. Fire is the shared trait between Wizard and Baby Dragon. When you have both of them on the board, Fire becomes active and allows their damage to scale during the match. For every enemy they defeat, their damage stacks up with a massive 40% damage boost each time. This makes Fire one of the strongest offensive traits for snowballing elite. The Mage trait activates when you play both Wizards, Electro Wizard and the normal Wizard together. At the start of the match, Mage targets the strongest enemy troop and transforms it into a harmless rabbit for 8 seconds. During this time, the transformed troop can't attack or use abilities, giving you a big early game advantage. This update also comes with a wide range of trait improvements and balance changes that will significantly impact the meta. Clans can no longer heal their teammates, which removes some of the snowballing potential from coordinating healing strategies. Nobles are getting tankier, making them harder to take down, but their damage has been slightly reduced to keep them balanced. Undead now unlocks a powerful 6-troop curse that cuts 75% of the HP of 4 enemy units, making it one of the strongest late game traits. The Ace Captain has been buffed, now granting even more bonus damage and additional healing. Several other traits have been reworked. Brawlers can now gain up to 100% bonus damage, making them much harder to remove once active. Rangers have finally received a long-awaited hit speed nerf to tone down their damage output. Juggernaut's shield is stronger, giving them a better survivability. Assassin and Avenger have been adjusted so their buffs now activate with 2 and 4 troops instead of requiring 3 troops on the field. On top of that, there are some gameplay and quality of life improvements. When spectating your enemies, you can now see their opponent's position in real time. Troops left on your bench will no longer be automatically played, so you will need to place them manually before the timer runs out. Cards are no longer ordered by Elixir, but instead appear in a random order, which wasn't necessary to change in my opinion. The in-game UI and match details have been updated for a better clarity and a cleaner look. And to top this off, this update introduces brand new modifiers, which will add even more variety to matches. The new Modifiers. This modifier gives you 2 extra elixir every single round, allowing you to deploy stronger troops or set up more advanced strategies earlier than usual. All your troops gain 40% more hits, making your entire board much tankier and harder to clear. Last stand. This modifier gives a massive 200% damage boost to your very last surviving troop, potentially turning a losing fight into a clutch win if you're very lucky. Chaos. At the start of every round, your first merge will automatically upgrade into a troop 1 elixir level higher than normal, giving you an instant elixir power spike. Mass Arena. If your troops stay on the same tiles they were in the previous round, they are rewarded with a 100% HP and 50% damage boost. That's my favorite mode so far. This modifier starts off with a dummy for both the Undead and Noble traits, allowing you to build up a 6-troop trait, enabling the most broken traits in merge tactics. Coaching. Your bench troops get a huge boost, gaining 100% more damage and 50% more HP going into the next round, making them a lot stronger once they hit the field. And last but not least, the Monster Ring. Your lowest cost troops gets a massive buff to both damage and hit points, giving cheap units a chance to swing the battle in your favor. And that's all for now. If you have any questions, just comment them below and we will see us very soon.